So it looks like Cthulhu can be considered as an official part of the R.L. Stine Goosebumps universe. But it's been done in one of those backwards retcon ways that Hollywood likes to do. Like when Disney totally messed up just about everything having to do with Marvel or Star Wars. Only this time, it's okay, because consensus of the source books say they weren't really that good. So I'm going through the Apple Store on my iPad to see if there's any games that I might want to download. Nothing new or really interesting under Cthulhu or Lovecraft, so I just use horror as the search prompt. Scrolling, and I come across Goosebumps Horror Town, which was first published back in 2018. Since there's nothing else that looks good, I go ahead and download it. Now the overall gameplay is super slow, and I would not recommend the game itself. Kids especially will get really bored. It's fun for about 5 minutes. It's an idle game where you send the characters on timed quests, build the town, and every once in a while, every few hours, you can send the monsters out to scare the townsfolk. But they have a section you can go to that shows you Slappy the Puppet's completed town. It has all the stuff from a completed game in it, from everything they've used from the books. So I'm scrolling around, and I see this floating pyramid spaceship that has giant tentacles coming out of the bottom, and there are Cthulhu head symbols on it. Now I saw some of the TV show episodes back in the 90s, and I saw both of the movies with Jack Black, but I never read any of the books. But I'm thinking, there's no way Cthulhu is in the Goosebumps universe, right? So I gotta find out what this is all about. Google is useless, like always. ChatGPT doesn't find anything. So I have it list all the Goosebumps books with aliens or spaceships in them. This doesn't get me anywhere either. But, as I'm searching through the images of the book covers, I find it. This has to be it. The name fits too perfectly. Invasion of the Body Squeezers. But there's no tentacles on the book cover. Damn it! Now I might have to actually go read the book to see if there are any Lovecraftian references. But as luck would have it, a few images down is from the Goosebumps Horror Town game, and it has tentacles on it. It turns out that Invasion of the Body Squeezers was a Halloween special event in the game. And this is where the Hollywood-style retconning comes in. They took the 2 original books and switched it to a Cthulhu story for the game. The aliens from the book covers were turned into crab monsters. Now with these, there is a slight resemblance to the original aliens, so it's not too bad. But when the first Goosebumps movie came out in 2015, the aliens from the second book's cover, they're the ones with the freeze rays, were radically changed. They looked more like they were from Mars Attacks. And the video game used the movie aliens and turned them into tentacle-faced mind flayers, basically. Or Zoidbergs, if you prefer. Now the main bad guy, Mr. Fleshman, hello Mr. Fleshman, is an alien wearing a human skin suit. In the books, he's described as a giant, slimy pink brain, but there were no pictures of it. So our secret cultist game devs have turned him into a one-eyed tentacle monster hiding inside that human body. Your goal is to do all the idle quests where you collect crabs, lobsters, and octopods until you get enough of them to add up together to make a baby Cthulhu. And on a hilarious side note, you can sell your baby Cthulhus in the pawn shop, which just so happens to be run by an undercover Jesus. At least that's what he looks like. Now the author, R.L. Stine, had a notoriously bad falling out with the publisher of the series, Scholastic. They kept suing each other back and forth for years and years throughout the 90s and the 2000s. But it looks like Scholastic maintained the rights to his earlier books, because Stine's name is not on the writing or production credits for the movies, but they were produced by Scholastic. And the video game is the same way, produced by Scholastic. So that means, whether you or Stine like it or not, Scholastic has made Cthulhu official canon in the Goosebumps universe. So be sure to subscribe for more horror, occult, and Lovecraft madness. Until next time, Cthulhu Patagon.